What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down some everyday wide receiver drills that you guys can do during the season and in the off season. Let's get started. Now, before we get into this video, fellas, if you are a wide receiver and would like a daily on-field and in the gym workout schedule that you can follow, check out that very first link in the description below for our 8-week ultimate wide receiver workout schedule. What you get access to is 500 plus wide receiver drills and gym exercises, all mapped out with the exact sets and reps to do, made into a daily schedule for you to follow. So check out that very first link in the description below if you're interested in that, fellas. Let's get back to this video. All right, guys, so this first drill that we're going to be working on is going to be specifically for your hip drop at the top of the break, and we're going to be working on something called a trigger step. So, for example, like let's say you're running a route like a comeback, maybe a curl. Let's use a comeback, for example, but this could apply on any route where you have to drop your hips. So let's say I'm on the right side of the field, quarterback's to the left, I'm going downfield, and I'm about to break on this comeback at like the 15-yard line. The first step of that is called the trigger step. That's the step that is going to drop your hips. That's going to help you decelerate on a dime. More specifically, decelerate on a dime when you're selling what? When you're selling a fade. That's what we're trying to make a DB think I am doing on every single route. And I can't make him think I'm running a fade without me running hard, full speed, full stride, controlled full speed, and having a good body language. That's what sells that vertical route. Now, it's much easier said than done to do that. It's very easy to say, hey, go sell a fade, but it's very hard to be able to change direction while you are selling a fade. So that's what this drill is going to be for. So this is mainly specifically for your pad level. Easy drill that you guys can do. Easy everyday drill that does not require a lot of effort, but you can still get a lot of mechanical benefit out of this. So what you're going to do, you need 2 cones. All you're going to do is have your hands behind your back, and you are simply going to fall forward, almost thinking like your chest is going to get parallel to the grass. It is very important that when you do this, you do not do this with your chin and your chest straight up in the air, as that's a bad habit to get into right before the break, as that lets the DB know that you're about to make a break. So we're linking chest parallel to the grass, and all you are going to do is you are going to drop on 1 foot on this trigger foot. Now, what a lot of people see this drill being done, receivers will keep 2 feet in the grass. We are only going to balance on 1 foot. So you're going to drop like this, and I'm going to show you how this will look full speed in a second. But you're going to drop, and when you drop, you're going to balance on 1 foot to work on that stability at the top of the break, that balance at the top of the break, but not only that violent drop at the break. So I'm going to show you how that's going to look full speed. Great drill to work on that trigger step at the top of a curl, comeback, hitch, any route where you have to drop your hips. All right, guys, this next drill that we are going to be talking about is another drill to work on that hip drop at the top of the break, but it's more so working on like the posture of the hip drop, not necessarily that trigger step. It's working on like the body language that you need at the top of the break when you drop your hips to be able to decelerate, right? So the goal getting into a route is not only to be able to stop on a dime and decelerate, but it's also to put yourself in a position to where you can re-accelerate and get out of the break and widen yourself from a DB. So that's pretty much what this drill is going to work on. So it doesn't involve catching. All you need is 4 specific cones at this. You're going to start at the far orange cone, and at each one of these cones, the white, the orange, and the green, you are going to be working a like quick, violent hip drop, focusing on having perfect posture at the top of the break. So first off, what is perfect posture? So when you're getting into a break, you obviously don't want to be in that position where you cut and your chest and your nose is way past your toes, because when you are moving with some momentum going into a route, if your nose is over your toes, chest is past your knees, you are going to fall forward. You have to be able to sit down. Now, when I say sit down, a lot of wide receivers will drop their butt down, they'll sit down, but their chest is straight up in the air and their weight is going this way. So what do you think is going to happen 15 yards downfield when you do that? You're going to slip, feet will get out underneath you, or you'll be just simply slow on this route. So we have to make sure that we get to a perfect position. The position I like to say is you want to try to bring your chest to your quads. If you can drop and bring your chest to your quads, not over the quads, not butt up in the air, chest to quads, that's a perfect position. Now, to set yourself up to be able to re-accelerate when you get to that perfect position, what part of the foot do you think you want to be on? You don't want to be on your heels, because that's going to cause you to fall back, and that's when guys reach on the break. You want to be on the ball of your foot. So at each individual cut on this drill, you have to get to that perfect position. Good posture, chest to quad, and ball of the foot. So I'm going to show you how this is going to look. And I'll show you how this will look full speed too. But you're going to start at the top. Each one of these cones about 5 yards apart. So you're going to start out here. You're going to burst up to this first cone. It's going to be a quick hip drop up to the next one. Quick hip drop up to the next one, quick hip drop again, and then accelerate back out. If you have a partner on this, maybe he stands in front of you, throws you a ball, don't need a partner for it, but now I'm going to show you how this drill is going to look full speed to work on posture and foot strike at the top of a hip drop break. All right, guys, so this next drill that we're going to be discussing is going to help you with this crossover move at the top of the route or off the line of scrimmage, but pretty much just to work on you selling that crossover move with the feet, having the right foot strike, and with your upper body. So what's a crossover move for those of you that don't know? It's pretty much exactly like how it sounds, like that basketball move, like you got a basketball and you go 1-2, you're dribbling, pretty much the same idea. You could use this, like, let's say off the line of scrimmage, you have a DB who's lined up like inside shade press. You want to use a crossover to attack him inside to set you back up to the outside. Or for example, you have a DB who's off coverage. We call this a rocker step, but it's essentially a crossover at the top of the break. Let's say he's off, you got to run a post this way and you hit him with a 1-2 at the top of the break. Now, both of those moves, similar steps, obviously different speeds and different situations required on it, but the same mechanics of the steps and the same mechanics of your upper body apply. As when a DB's an off man, maybe you have him stacked, maybe he's on the line of scrimmage, where are his eyes supposed to be? His eyes are supposed to be watching your hips. So you have to sell this move with your hips. You can't be that guy that just does this and keeps the upper half square. You got to throw your hip into each specific cut, and that's what will get that DB to start to move. So that's what this drill is going to be for. So you need 4 cones for this drill. I'm going to start at this green one. All you're going to do, have your left foot up. Partner's going to say go. You can go at your own pace if you don't have a partner. But let's say he says go. You're going to take something we call a kick step with this back foot. So that's just a kick behind your front foot to create some momentum. You don't want to do this drill without momentum. You don't want to just come from here and go and step. We need some momentum going into this drill to get the most out of it. So that's where that kick step comes from. It's a quick step behind your front foot. You're just punching, okay? So on the go call punch, you're going to go right. You're trying to turn your belly button to the sideline, left, right, bursting off. You could have a quarterback stand behind you to the left, giving you a ball like on a slant, or to the right if you switch sides. But this is a great drill to work on that crossover move and selling that move with your hips. I'm going to show you how it's going to look full speed. All right, guys, so now we're going to be talking about pretty much an everyday catching drill that you guys can do to warm up your hands before a throwing workout, before practice, before a game, whatever it is, but it's a simple drill that can help your hands get better. So you guys have probably all heard that phrase before, like you want to have soft hands, right? So when you're trying to have soft hands on a catch, you don't want to hear the ball hit your hands. You don't want it to bounce off your palms, make this really loud noise. You want it to just be like just soft, can't really hear it. If any of you have heard maybe an NFL wide receiver catch a pass before, it doesn't make a sound, right? So they catch that ball in the webbing of their hands. So what do I mean by webbing of their hands? I don't mean their fingertips, because that's how you're going to jam a finger. Definitely not the palms. It's like the fingers, like the webbing part of that hand, not their palm, right? So this drill is going to strengthen that position to help you with better catching mechanics when the quarterback actually throws you a pass. So all you are going to be doing is you're just going to hold this football here in front of you, and you're just going to drop it and catch with the opposite hand. It's a simple drill, but you honestly could work probably about 200 reps of this, 100 on each hand, to warm up that specific part of your hand. So all you're going to do, like I said again, you're going to be here and you're just going to drop the ball, alternate, and catch, and my palm is not going to touch this ball. It is all fingertips. And again, doing 100 reps on each hand is a great warm-up exercise you can do before practice, before a game, or if you're just by yourself and you don't have a quarterback to throw to you, to improve those hands. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback. It's always great to hear from you guys. And again, fellas, if you would like an 8-week wide receiver daily gym and on-field workout schedule, all the things wide receivers can do in the gym and on the field, mapped out, exact sets and reps for you to follow, check out that very first link in the description below. We'd love to get you on that. I'll see you guys next time.